Obsessed with sounds on the track.
This series already at 2-0. A lot to play for tonight. This is the Eastern Conference Semifinals. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. You take a look at the Knicks. They're firing on all cylinders, up 2-0 in the series. But now they enter a hostile environment.
Yeah, and that often affects your secondary scores the most. Some of the shots that go in at home don't on the road. They may need their stars to step up early in this one.
Now here's Hart. Clock at 6. Back to Anunoby. Pure from three-point range.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Up top, Maxey. Brunson defending. George feels it out a bit. Outside Maxey. There's the triple. The Knicks with the rebound. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. When Karl-Anthony Towns was brought up, coach immediately chimed in, saying, yeah, the thing about Towns is the sheer size that he brings. Our guys will have to be physical and make him uncomfortable around the basket to have success. Physicality and aggressiveness will be the key. Brian, back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Brunson. The rebound by Maxey.
Usually he's a master in the midi, but not that time.
Well, the rise of Tyrese Maxey has been fun. What do you think makes him such an exciting player, RJ?
Oh, it's his speed and tenacity for sure. He might be the quickest guard in the league right now. And in addition, he's also become an absolute knockdown shooter.
Anunoby for 3. Barlow grabs the miss.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
And it's Bona missing.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Now here's Brunson. Anunoby for 3. New York again can't hit. George passes to Barlow. Now here's Maxey. Over Brunson. And it's Maxey missing. The Knicks have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. The kick out to Brunson. New York working the ball around now. The 3 is up. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And now the Sixers on the break. Pass to Bona. And the foul on Josh Hart. That's his first foul. Barlow passes to George. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Bona. The 3-ball. Fires in the triple.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Drummond's checked in for Bona. And a switch here also for New York. Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for New York. RJ, it was a wild year in Philadelphia. They used 30 players last season.
Third most for a team in league history. They set a record for different starting lineups with over 50. Yes, 50 combinations. Hoping for a little bit more consistency this year.
Now here's Drummond. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to draw Drummond as my assignment inside. You body him up, hack him, it still has no effect on him.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Clarkson comes in for Hart, and it's Jose Alvarado in for Brunson. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Robinson, goes up and lays it in, nice and easy.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Drummond. Oh, Robinson with a block. Now here's Alvarado. Not a lot of room. To the paint. Out to Bridges. Fires the three. To the right side. Jacks up a three. Paul George pulls down the board. The Sixers lead by 3. Maxey feeling it out a bit. And that one good.
He's someone opposing defenses have a hard time game planning for.
And New York has possession. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell. That's what you call playing big. He just stays committed to the attack mode.
Also relying on his skill there. That's a nice move against length.
Count that one. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Knocked loose. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
And so the first quarter is in the books. The Sixers on top. They lead by 7. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And welcome back, folks, for more Eastern Conference semifinal action. And looking at what we've seen from Philadelphia, what do you guys think?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Now here's Maxey. 7-point game, biggest lead so far.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Here's Clarkson. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Good maneuver to get inside. Clarkson is sneaky.
Pass to Barlow. Philadelphia moving it around. Soft touch off the glass.
That's just smart basketball right there, finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
In a lot of ways, Paul George has been the prototype of the modern swingman career.
Yeah, 6'8", and with his versatile skill set, plug and play on any team. But health has been a challenge as of late. Now in his mid-30s, can he maintain that elite level?
Drummond, the putback. Right wing, beyond the arc. 6 on the shot clock. Back to George. Over Robinson. George, no good. Knicks trail by 7. To the middle. And a big finish by Robinson.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Now here's Maxey. Robinson with a steal. Alvarado outside. Robinson against Maxey. Clarkson for 3. Drops in the 3. And now just a 2-point 76ers lead.
The three-point shot of Clarkson runs hot and cold. But boy, when it's on, Jordan's so difficult to stop.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The Knicks are able to play 5 out. And Josh Hart told me they surrounded Jalen Brunson with guys who can shoot, guys that command attention. He's able to expose that, scoring the ball and being unselfish. The court is wide open. Brian, back over to you.
Tons of spacing. Allie, thanks for the report. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. A big group substitution here for New York. Josh Hart's checked in for Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Shamet. Mikal Bridges checked in for Clarkson. And Brunson is subbed in for Alvarado. Now here's Brunson. Still without a bucket. Three-pointer, Bridges. It's rebounded by George. Philadelphia leading by 5. Outside Maxey. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Anunoby for 3. Drills it from deep. Anunoby's got 6.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Pass to Maxey. Again, Philadelphia. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, guys, this summer saw the first ever 17 trades in the NBA. You might wonder why it makes sense to involve so many parties, but basically teams have more flexibility salary-wise in these multi-team deals. It is enough to make your head spin, guys. This is where things are headed.
Big moves. Okay, Shams, thanks for the update. Oh, it's blocked by Towns. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul. New York making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. We've got 1:08 left in the second period. Drummond to screen on Brunson. Maxey passes to Drummond. Good. Drummond's got his second basket.
What a read by Maxey. Sees how the play opens up and sends the ball that way.
Bridges outside. There's the 3. Drummond grabs the miss.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Edgecombe. To the inside. Robinson with a steal. And they're running. Moving it up. The finish! And it's Bridges with the jam.
Getting some airtime. Okay, Bridges, we see you.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Pass to Maxey. Here's Watford. The 3. Hart pulls it in. Outside Anunoby. With 2 seconds left. Robinson. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good! So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for the New York Knicks.
You talked about it in the past. They have a deep rotation. That allows them to play matchups.
So why aren't they ahead in this game? And I'll tell you why. The starters have to do more.
Taking a look at the situation for the Philadelphia 76ers. They've gone into halftime with the game all tied up. But, Kenny, what do they need to do to make this series competitive?
Well, they'll need to come out after the half, and they'll hit the court with a lot of energy, and starting with executing the coach's notes right away.
Absolutely. They can't afford to waste any time. Got to grab the lead and never let go of it.
Hopefully they've got enough fight left in them. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
Happy to have you back with us for the Eastern Conference Semifinals on 2K Sports. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And if he felt any pressure coming into this game, he sure hasn't shown it. What a sensational start.
His performance shows no sign of any nerves. Great job controlling your emotions.
And welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. Brunson against Maxey. Pass to Terry. And here's Watford. Philadelphia moving it around. And here's Oubre from the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Knicks trail by 3. Bridges outside. Anunoby for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. And Anunoby's got 9.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
A big group substitution here for Philadelphia. Bonus checked in for Drummond. Barlow comes in for Watford. George, he's checked in for Oubre. And it's Edgecombe in for Terry. And here's Brunson from the arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. It's George on the wing, covered by Towns. You know, when you think about the league's most capable scorers, Paul George has to be on that list, Richard.
Oh, when I think of PG, he's just a perfect basketball player. Dunks, threes, mid-range. This man can do it all. And when he's got it going, it's hard to think of a more complete scorer.
That's good from George.
You're not going to find many better two-way players than George. He gets after it at both ends every night.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And hey, he did just enough to get the lead. That's what's most important.
Here's Brunson, and the Knicks miss again. Philadelphia has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. For 3, George. The rebound by Bridges. New York has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, OG Anunoby is so disruptive. He's led the league in steals, and he said, I want to be the defensive player of the year. I've always thought I was the best defender in the league. I'm athletic enough, strong enough, and smart enough to defend every single position. Back over to you.
Very confident. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Brunson against Maxey. Banging his way through. Jalen Brunson.
Now, he may only be 6'1", but Brunson plays much bigger than that. I mean, he plays with a physicality.
Back to Maxey. George, right side. Launches a 3. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. The Sixers trailing. Here's George. Pass to Bona. Maxey on the wing. Here's George. Another shot. And that one's good. Bona's got 7 points in the game. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
Brunson passes to Anunoby. Towns taking his time here. Outside Brunson. Puts up a 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. Pass to Barlow. Here's Bona. He's covered by Hart. Maxey against Towns. That one's wide left.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Nails it from 3. 7 points in the game.
Pretty much the second Brunson gets the ball, he's into motion, and that's how it's done.
Maxey passes to Barlow. George for 3. Hits the three-pointer. And the 76ers lead by 1.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
So for the Knicks, Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. And Clarkson subbed in for Hart. Back to Brunson from the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from three is a beautiful thing.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
The Knicks have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Alvarado, the pass to Clarkson. Over Edgecombe. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, what a play by Clarkson. Has the concentration to finish through contact.
New York shooting their first free throw of the night here. A new lineup here for Philadelphia. Sohan's checked in for New York.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And at this highly effective scorer who looks to decimate defenses.
Lowry left side. Here's Grimes. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Alvarado. Nice form on the 20-footer. Alvarado's gotten his first bucket of the night. And we've reached the end of the third. New York out in front, leading by 7. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big man in the league today than we've ever seen.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Clarkson outside. Fires for 3. And Watford pulls it down. 76ers trail by 7. Here's Drummond. And the jam by Drummond.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep that one.
Now here's Clarkson inside. And a big finish by Robinson.
An efficient facilitator, Clarkson gets the ball to the right guy.
And it's Lowry with the ball for Philadelphia. Watford outside. Back to Lowry. The 3. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds in the game. From behind the arc. Shannon, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. A big group substitution here for Philadelphia. Barlow's checked in for Watford. Paul George comes in for Oubre. Edgecombe, he's checked in for Grimes. And it's Maxey in for Lowry. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Brunson is checked in for Shamet. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. He said to his players, I believe in you. I know what we have. It was less about X's and O's and more about the team's identity. Guys, they play for one another.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Clarkson for 3. It's rebounded by Edgecombe. 76ers trail by 4. Philadelphia moving it around. George for 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Just a drop in the bucket for PG-13. He will roast you from the corners if you let him.
Brunson passes to Towns. Cat strikes from long distance.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Maxey. Oh, Robinson with a block. Outside Brunson. from deep. No good. 76ers trail by 4. Outside Maxey. Drummond inside. He's covered by Clarkson. Bucket is good!
Wow! Drummond's able to sink it at the biggest possible moment.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. So for the Knicks, Hart's checked in for Robinson, Anunoby comes in for Clarkson, and it's Bridges in for Alvarado. The lead is 2. Hart outside. Towns, 11-footer is good.
And in the big moments, Towns ups the ante, which allows him to knock down the important shots.
Drummond against Towns. Outside Maxey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Yes, sir, with the 3.
I-C-E, ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Now here's Brunson. Brunson turns on the Jets.
I mean, towards the end of the game, you want Brunson out there, and he can do some special things for you.
Outside Maxey. Drummond inside. Towns on him. Oh, a tough lay-in, showing no fear.
Against good defense, he finds just enough room to operate.
Brunson is doubled. Towns outside. Beyond the arc. Ooh, the shot misses. Philadelphia has gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. It's a one-point game. Outside Maxey. Drummond to screen on Brunson. 6 to shoot.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
And Brunson's got the ball here for the Knicks. Now Hart. Now here's Brunson.
A huge make by Jalen Brunson, shining in the biggest of moments.
This possession could decide the game.
And you really have to be smart with the ball here.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now George. Here's Maxey. Fires the 3. Oh, missed on the tray. And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. And now we've got an intentional foul. Good on the first, and that'll put him up 2. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. And so the big win by New York in a tight game. And now that they're up 3-0, winning this whole series is well within their grasp.
You think it's only a matter of time, but the postseason is all about expecting the unexpected. They need to stay focused and finish strong.
That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference Semifinals. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Mitchell Robinson.
Welcome, everyone, to Game 3 of this Western Conference semifinal. Glad to be bringing you another exciting broadcast of NBA playoff basketball right here on 2K Sports. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Well, Greg, I hope you're ready. We're going to be cranking our heads back and forth, watching these teams race up and down the floor all game long.
And this is the definition of an exciting matchup. Don't be shocked if the 24-second clock doesn't come into play. They like to keep the pace fast.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Wemby passes to Fox. 6 to shoot. Over Conley. Fox, no good.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Randall with a screen for Edwards. And it's off from three-point range. Pass to Wemby. Minnesota with the rebound. We're about 1 minute into the first. Here's McDaniels. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
And Doris, we saw it. Something just clicked for Jaden McDaniels and his rebounding in the 2025 season.
Well, his rebounding and beyond, let's remember his team decided to put the ball in his hands a little bit more, and he elevated his game on the offensive end as well.
Now Randall following De'Aaron Fox's three-point attempt. Randall down low. Conley for 3. Rebounded by Castle. For San Antonio, they've gone 0-3 from the field to start the game. And that one's good. Wemby.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Now here's Edwards. A fadeaway. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Here's Champagny. Here's Wembanyama. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Barnes, he's checked in for San Antonio. Bryant comes in for Devin Vassell. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Gobert. Wembanyama with the rebound.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Here's Conley. He trains the quick shot.
This guy has got such a smooth handle that the pull-up game is always in play.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks, guys. The Spurs are ecstatic to welcome back their superstar big man, Victor Wembanyama. And he actually spent 10 days this summer training with monks in China, and he continues to embrace unorthodox training methods. Guys, perhaps appropriate given his unusual stature.
He's got that curiosity. All right, Shams, thanks for the update. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, Kev. Victor Wembanyama is trying to gain strength, but he said it's important not to lose your mobility. So bulking up is not a good word. It's more being stable. That's the way to keep going. I don't need to bulk up. I need to get my core stronger. I need to get solid. Back to you, Kevin.
That approach makes sense. All right, Allie, thank you for the report.
A guy like this, with the skill set he's got, you can keep the defenders guessing.
Pass to Randall. Gobert with a screen on Barnes. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Trains the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
On the wing, Barnes. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Castle. Lays it up off the glass. Castle's got his second bucket.
Oh, the handles. The rookie Castle flashing his potential.
And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. .32 seconds left in the first. Reed with a screen for Highland. Off target from the wing. Spurs leading by 6. To the inside. Here's Barnes. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Barnes has got 5 points so far. Highland passes to Anderson. Another miss by Minnesota. Here's Castle. Beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
Great awareness in crucial situations. Nicely done.
And so it's San Antonio. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back right after this. And we welcome you back to 2K Sports coverage of the Western Conference Semifinals. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Spurs team out there.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
And so Fox will bring it up for San Antonio. And it's been pretty smooth sailing for him in the playoffs so far. They've only dropped 2 games.
And they're a team that doesn't get rattled, even with all the pressure that comes with postseason basketball. It's a testament to the leadership in that locker room.
And Randall throws it down.
Wow, excellent explosion off his feet by Julius Randle.
Champagnie passes to Wembanyama. Here's Champagnie. The 3 from Barnes. And the Spurs another 3.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Here's Highland. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. It's Wembanyama at the elbow. Julius Randle with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 15. Dosunmu with it. No scoring in this one. Reed finds Randall. The wide open look here for Highland. No good from outside. To the paint. Outside for Wembanyama. And it's good, 2 points. And that's now 8 points for Victor Wembanyama.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. McDaniels, he's checked in for Minnesota. Edwards comes in for Bones Highland. And Greg, is a former point guard in this league, give us your top floor generals of all time, the guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow, if we're talking traditional point guards, I mean, I gotta go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
Timberwolves trail by 17. To the middle, here's Randall. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards. Randall's got 4 this quarter.
Well, that's Randall working in his comfort zone. You can see how confident he is on his ability to score inside.
Wembenyama, a screen on McDaniels. Wembenyama, no good. Minnesota's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. You know, DB, recently we've seen Anthony Edwards reach new heights as a three-point shooter.
Anthony Edwards has now embraced the complete analytics of the game. He is a high-volume three-point shooter, and he's still a terror en route to the cup.
Sometimes you watch Wembenyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Johnson with it, picked up by Edwards. And Wembenyama throws it down.
And we talk about how Wembenyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
.151 left in the first half of basketball. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the rejection by Wembenyama. And Wembenyama throws it down.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, team. Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said, he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard, and he comes in ready to work every day. You look forward to working with someone like that. Guys, back to you.
Has him bought in. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Julius Randle. And it's Mike Conley in for Dosunmu. The Spurs also changing it up. Vassell, he's checked in for Barnes. And Castle is subbed in for Johnson. Pass to Castle. Now here's Vassell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one drops for him.
And look at Vassell being relentless in the paint there. Great hustle to beat the D.
The Timberwolves have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Now here's McDaniels. Nothing on the board. Outside Edwards. Misses the 3.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Castle with it. Edwards defending. And the basket by Castle.
Castle has some of the best body control you'll see in this rookie class.
Lets the 3 fly. Another miss. His 6th of the night after 6 shot attempts. Pass to Wembenyama. Banked in off the glass. Wembenyama's got 17.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for San Antonio. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Greetings, everybody. Game 3, and it's a huge lead for the San Antonio Spurs.
How about all the points coming off those bench, man? I'm telling you, when you get that kind of scoring up and down the lineup, you can write your own ticket to wins.
Yeah, complete team effort, and they're playing an entertaining style as well. Seeing how things are shaking down for the Timberwolves. In good position in the series, but not so much tonight. Guys, what are you seeing?
Yeah, I think they took their foot off the gas just a little bit. Feeling confident, but you got to keep working.
Yeah, you need to have that killer instinct. You know, when you got a team down, that's when you got to put them away.
Get them out of there. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Here's Wembanyama. Here's Champagnie. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. DB, no one has more Defensive Player of the Year awards than Rudy Gobert. 4 of them.
Well, with the 4, he is now tied with the great Dikembe Mutombo and the great Ben Wallace. Does he have another one in his sights?
Fox inside the line. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Fox has got the first points of the second half here for the Spurs. Outside Edwards. Randall outside. Randall is doubled. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Back to Edwards. Here's the 3. Good on the triple. Edwards got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
Castle on the wing. Wembanyama sets a screen for Castle. And he makes that one. Wembanyama's got 19 points.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And the Timberwolves call time here. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. McDaniels outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Edwards. Not enough on that one as it misses. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Castle with it. McDaniels defending. Now Castle. He's got 9. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
A bigger guard, 6'6" Castle can just overwhelm defenders. Impressive for his age.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws of the game right now. No good on that one. So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league, but if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
And Craig, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
Here's Vassell. Michael Conley making his last shot. Here's Wembanyama. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Wembanyama has got 4 points this quarter. Randall outside. Pass to Edwards. Over Castle. And again, it's Minnesota.
Anthony Edwards just reading what the defense giving up. Gets to his mid-range game right there.
Here's Castle. And the 3 off target. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the 3rd. Count it, good. McDaniels got his first 2 points.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
And here's Vassell from the arc. Buries it from 3-point range.
Yeah, Vassell looking comfortable and confident from the corner.
41 seconds left in the 3rd. And he's good on the 3-ball. Randall's got 10 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Timberwolves have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the 3rd. A 75% clip. Pass to Gobert. Outside Edwards. Now Randall. The layup off target.
Oh, he missed the chippy. What are the odds? That's so frustrating.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Right back after this break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Guard him big, guard him small. Julius Randle is so crafty on the interior, it matters not. He's going to finish.
Here's Wembanyama. Rebound, Minnesota. Here's Highland. Clark outside. Pass to Dosunmu. Back to Clark. This one for 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Castle with it. Guarded now by Clark.
They say the vertical is where Castle lacks a bit. Show me where it lacked there.
And so it's Randall bringing it up now for Minnesota. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And clearly an important juncture. he's going to have some choice words with his team. Edwards has come in for Minnesota. Randall finds Reed on the left block. Got a piece of it. Edwards against Bryant. Pass to Cornette. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, beautiful pass. My goodness.
Now Highland. Randall right side. 5 on the clock. And here is Dosunmu. Fires for 3. Highland's shot is good. Highland's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Spurs leading by 22. Wembenyama sets a screen for Castle, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
This is where we'll probably see Castle the most, creating opportunities with the ball in his hands.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Dosunmu. And it's Conley in for Highland. From the wing, another miss by Minnesota. San Antonio's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Castle finds Bryant. Shot clock at 6. A 3 from Wembenyama. Good, and it's Bryant picking up the assist. Bryant's got 3 assists in the game. The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. No one near Conley as he lets it go. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. In the corner, it's Wembenyama. No good on the 3. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Cuts off the pass. Pass to Castle. Wembenyama outside. Here's Bryant. And the Spurs scoring again.
And game 3 will go in the record books here. Lots of energy out there tonight, and an important win for the Spurs.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And this is a pretty decisive victory. They take the lead in the series 2-1.
Yeah, game 3s are very important. If they can keep this sort of confidence going into game 4, boy, they are going to be tough to beat.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Victor Wembanyama.
What a groove for him this evening. Just stand aside and let the man work.
And so it's San Antonio with it after Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer. McDaniels outside. Over in the corner, Randall. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Conley kicks to Randall. And the layup's good off the glass.
Randall has got excellent handle, so you have to respect him off the dribble drive.
Pass to Harper. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And they've edged in front in the series after an outstanding performance here in Game 3.
Kevin, it sure was. When teams split the first 2 games of a series, Game 3 means everything. They're going into Game 4 now, riding that high after this win.
It's time for us to say goodbye. We hope you've enjoyed our second-round coverage of the NBA Western Conference Playoffs. So, for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, saying thanks for joining us. And now, we present the player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.